Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 9. And we probably got what a lot of people were waiting for. So, yeah, we've got a bit to talk about. So, of course, we've known for, the past week or so, I think. I can't remember when it was announced, actually. Time flies. I think it was last week, or was it beginning of the week? I can't remember. My mind's gone all frazzled. But anyway, we heard that there was not going to be 3, as initially announced, but 4 returning characters in this season of The Flash. 2 Flash characters, 2 Arrow characters, and what sounds like a whole load of fun. So these characters are, of course, Wally West, aka Kid Flash, John Diggle, I guess, aka Spartan, Ramsey Rosso, aka Bloodwork, and finally, ya boy, Oliver Queen, aka Green Arrow. Now, we're obviously very curious for one person in particular as to how they were coming back because, spoiler alert, they died in Crisis. That, of course, being Oliver Queen. The other ones are all simple. They could just show up in present day if they wanted. But because of Oliver Queen, that return, it was like, okay, well, is it flashbacks? Is it time travel? Is it multiverse? Is it revival? It was all the questions there. And we don't have the exact answer based off what we're going to go over in today's video. But we have a visual reference that makes you go, and makes you pin, I guess, exactly what version of Oliver Queen it is, at least in regards to a season, most likely. Unless, once again, it's some other random revival stuff. But yeah, we'll just go over right now. But of course, throughout the video, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below your various thoughts on this, reactions, obviously theories, predictions. Always curious to read what you guys have to say, especially about this Oliver Queen stuff and how you think it exactly is playing out, and as well as what you think is going to be going down this episode. Let me know your thoughts down there. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, you're excited for any of this based off what you're seeing and just want to show support, why not drop a like on the videos and do all that? So we got some set photos from episode 9 filming. I don't know if this is the only public thing. I think they're filming tonight from when you're going to be seeing this video, because I'm making this probably like 12 hours before you're going to see it live on YouTube, just because that's how I roll. That sounded really weird. But anyway, that's how I just do it on YouTube. So you'll see this video a bit later than from when I'm recording it. But I think tonight from when you're watching it, they're doing another night of recording in the same area. I don't know specifically what's different, if more people are going to be in the scene, or it's just because they needed 2 nights to film, but they're doing 2 nights of filming. So we might get some more set photos that are worth talking about. If not, we'll just leave it, and we'll just leave it with this video, but that's a wait and see. But these set photos are coming from Canada Graph, so it's based off his Patreon post. He might have a public post at the time. I don't know. I'm going to put the Patreon post because that's what I'm referring off. But anyway, let's go over these set photos because they're pretty tantalizing and get your brains ticking, especially in regards to the Oliver Queen stuff. So the first one here is a pretty simple one, and it's Oliver Queen talking to Barry Allen, or Green Arrow talking to Flash. Now, I think this was a scene being filmed. It looks like it. So I'm going to assume it is. But as you can tell straight out of the gate, and you can just tell from the top half as well, you don't have to see the entire suit, you can just tell from the top half, Oliver is wearing raccoon eyes, but also he's also got panda eyes. Is it raccoon? I guess it's both raccoon eyes, panda eyes, both of them. They both work. But anyway, he's wearing the Green Arrow suit from season 8 of Arrow, the final season. So he only wore this suit for 9 episodes. Yeah, 9, I guess. I guess 9 if you include Crisis, because I don't think he wore it in episode 10, but he might have at the same time. I can't remember. At least wore it in 8 episodes of Arrow, the first 8 for season 8, and then wore it in Crisis as well. So this does pinpoint roughly, I guess, that it's either the season 8 version of Green Arrow, or I guess it's a revived version, or it is some mental thing that's going on. It is hard to get an exact grasp on what they're doing, especially with some other photos, or at least one in particular, that makes me go, oh, is he actually back alive? I don't know. It could be some weird thing. But yeah, you can see him talking to Barry here. As I said, it looks like they're filming, so I'm going to assume that this is just a conversation they're having. But it's cool to see that he is back as Green Arrow, because I think if you're going to get him back and to have some cool stuff, it would be with Green Arrow, and they were filming like a stunt scene, fight scene and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. The next photo here is just him fully Green Arrowed up. Once again, looks cool. This is probably my favorite Green Arrow suit as well. The season 8 one, just because of the different designs and everything. It's probably this one or the season 5, no, season 5, the season 5, 6, 7 suit, after he got rid of the I didn't like the no sleeves suit, so when he went to back to the long sleeves, that was a favorite suit of mine. But this is probably my favorite. I just like the overall design, even how the hood goes up and everything like that. But next up, we get to see Keenan Lonsdale back as Wally West. It's the same suit. I don't know if they did anything with the cowl. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. They might have done some minor things, but it looks pretty much the same from the last time we saw him. I would have been surprised if they upgraded Wally's suit in any way, shape, or form. Because I think he's just back for one episode, so it would have been surprising if they did anything. And it looks like he is talking to Bloodwork here. I'm assuming this is between scenes because he's smiling at Bloodwork, and I wouldn't be smiling at Bloodwork because that dude's creepy. So I'm going to assume that this is between scenes and they're not actually filming a scene right here. But this is probably my favorite shot of the entire thing, and that's when we get Green Arrow, the Flash, and Kid Flash all in this one shot. I think this is going to be like a cool lineup sort of scene here. Not exactly sure exactly what's happening at this moment in time, but I do love this shot. I think it's just a cool one. I wish that guy there in the front wasn't there, but can't just make him disappear. He's just doing his job, isn't he? So, yeah. You're in the way, dude, but I understand you're just doing your job, so I can't be too angry. But I love this shot. I think it's really, really cool. Now, this is the most interesting photo, in my opinion. It's not the coolest because it's also not the best quality, but it's the most interesting one. And I have no idea whether this is something that was being filmed or this is just randomly between scenes and that's just what's happening. This is just what's happening, sorry. But this is Oliver Queen, as you can tell, because you can see the quiver on the back and everything like that. But he's hugging Diggle. This is Diggle in the Spartan suit. So is this a part of the scene? I mean, Diggle and Oliver wouldn't just randomly hug. So are they hugging because Oliver's back alive? Or see, that's what I mean. Like, it's going to tantalize your brain and make you wonder, what the hell is going on here? So I'm really wondering, is Oliver now back alive in some weird way? The only other thing I can think of, and this might be a decent theory because I think it's a way to have Oliver come back in the present day and do his thing, but also he's not properly back alive at the same time, is that maybe Oliver as the Spectre is making himself come back as Green Arrow to help Barry out in this way. If this is actually a scene of Oliver and Diggle hugging. I think if this scene wasn't in here, I would just think it's like some sort of brain thing that Bloodwork is doing. But because these two are hugging now, and it's been like, I guess, an emotional thing, if this actually is in the episode, I'm just wondering, okay, well, is that actually what's happening? Like, Oliver's back for real for these people, like Barry, Wally, and Diggle in this scene and stuff that's going on throughout this episode. And that's why there's this like reunion and hug and everything like that. So I don't know. Do you think he's back? I'd be very shocked if he came back because you're probably messing with canon and, well, not messing with canon because I guess it's happening in the present day, but you're messing with like how another show wanted to end the character, if that makes sense. So it makes me wonder if it is just Spectre, Oliver Queen, like giving himself a physical body again as Green Arrow to help with this fight. That's probably my most likely option if this is like a legitimate reunion scene here. And this is like the first time Diggle's seeing Oliver since I guess he died or since like the Spectre went away. So yeah, I don't know. Keep that in mind. But then we do get a scene here, and this is just obviously you can see this is between scenes because one, Barry's under an umbrella, and two, he's drinking a coffee. So, or Grant's drinking a coffee or a tea or whatever it might be. So maybe a hot chocolate, I don't know. But yeah, that's just in between scenes. We can get to see Diggle in the Spartan suit. We haven't seen him. Did he wear it in? I think he wore it in the season. Was it last season? Whenever it was when Diggle did like the tour de force. That was season 7, wasn't it? When he went around. So I think Diggle wore the Spartan suit in that episode of The Flash. I'm pretty sure because I'm pretty sure he takes off the helmet and it drops to the ground in that episode. So he wore it 2 seasons ago on The Flash. So it hasn't been that big of a departure here. But yeah, that's what he's wearing there. So you get a bit of a decent look at it. And the last photo here is of Ramsey Rosso as Bloodwork. You can see he's like going to be floating in the air because he's got like strings on him and everything like that. Now, obviously, my theory heading into this episode, based off the fact that you had Bloodwork being in this episode along with Wally, Diggle, and Oliver, was that it was some like mind messing and everything like that. But I do wonder if it is just something where Bloodwork has gotten so powerful, or maybe has some other qualities to him and maybe some other people around him where Barry can't handle it on his own, or I don't know. It'll be interesting. Or it even could just be something where like we know that like the end of the Earth Prime comic series set up Bloodwork coming, so maybe it's like a red alert or something that's sent around, and that's why Wally shows up and Diggle shows up because Diggle's got ties to Argus as well. And then I don't know how Oliver plays into it specifically, but that's a wait and see. I'm just curious to see whether it is just Bloodwork, because I assumed he would be the villain for the episode, and that's why all these people are teaming up. But I was like, well, what's the reason that all of them just show up? Like, is it also because it could just be Barry fighting Bloodwork? So yeah, that's a wait and see, but it is cool to see Bloodwork there as well. I don't know if we'll see him in like the big CGI version. I don't think they need to, but I guess it depends like how physical Bloodwork's going to be, or he's more just controlling people around. Now, as I said, there was a fight scene, or they did do like rehearsals for like stunt scenes and stuff like that. And it seemed like they were just fighting like random goons or something. But then again, you couldn't really tell because people were just dressed in normal clothing. They weren't dressed up on, to be on the actual episode. So I know Bloodwork might be creating or mind controlling or, just random people and stuff, and they're fighting Green Arrow, Flash, Kid Flash, Diggle, everything like that. But one cool thing that was revealed, and a couple of people, like multiple people put this on social media because a lot of people went to watch the set, I'm pretty sure, because they filmed in like the middle of Vancouver. But one thing that a lot of people said was that Oliver does say, "You have failed this city." And from what I'm able to tell, he says it to Bloodwork, because why would he say it to Barry or something? So I'm pretty sure he says it to Bloodwork, which is pretty cool. I mean, you don't bring Oliver Queen back as Green Arrow and don't have him say you have failed this city. I mean, you may as well not brought him back if you weren't going to do that. So for people that were worried that that wasn't going to happen, don't worry, it's happening. But it's going to be even better when you get to see it in the episode and get Stephen Amell saying it, because he's obviously going to be the best person to do it. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome. You could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know your opinions in the comment section down below about all these photos, what gets you excited, and any theories and predictions around the Oliver Queen thing. Do you think he's back alive? Do you think it's Spectre as Green Arrow? Or do you think it's some weird time travel thing where Barry goes and gets him? Is it multiverse? Who knows? It'd be weird if it was multiverse just because him and Diggle are hugging, if that's actually in a scene, but who knows? That could just mean them hugging between scenes. That might be a bit of a red herring, but yeah, let me know your thoughts down there in the comments. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.